start recording. Now we are recording now. Good morning, everyone. Top of the morning. Once again, we are here again, VMCC, Los Angeles monthly workshop, financial workshop, this time with Nove, and we will be covering credit. And I would like to introduce two people. One person you may recognize is Dr. Nadeep, simulation professor here on our LA campus. BSN, and our newcomer, Mrs. Shabazz. She is here to represent Nove and the many products that they offer. And I'm gonna turn it over to her. But first, I forgot to make them both a co-host for a minute. Host right here. Let me go to you. Make co-host and Dr. Nadeep too. Make co-host. All right, I send it to you guys, and um, without further ado, Mrs. Shabazz.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Watson. I definitely appreciate you inviting us on to speak to your audience and just share more information about, just the financial education and when it comes to understanding your credit. I'm definitely pleased to be here and be able to support Dr. Nadeep on just breaking down more information that you can really use as tools and resources for yourselves and for your business when it comes to how to actually use the credit, understand it. That way you can get to the resources. So I've been in the financial space for over 20 years. I actually went to Northern Illinois University and started out my career 10 years with Hilton Hotels Group in their finance department. Also, had a personal business where I was helping people with taxes, tax strategy, and tax planning as well. And then essentially, my husband and I, we started a real estate business where not only do we help people with understanding the education piece, but we help them get into homes and investment properties as well. We have a team of over 100 agents and consultants when it comes to helping you find property, as well as helping you with financial resources if you have issues with credit or looking to build a business. So, my partner here, Dr. Nadeep, is also a part of that group where we're helping people through no-base resources to not only just get to solutions, but understand how the solutions work. So then we're able to help you really maintain it and then be able to pass down this to the next generation because we don't just want to start businesses or just have things implemented without being able to pass this down to the next generation. So I'm going to introduce my amazing business partner, Dr. Nadeep, and he's going to give you a further breakdown on first steps. What is the credit scores that we're looking at and why sometimes do they differ from each platform that you're looking at? So Dr. Nadeep, are you there, sir?
Yes, yes. Thank you, everyone. Glad to be here. This is a passion of mine, financial literacy. Just from my own family, watching my dad struggle, my mom struggle with having the funds but not being financially responsible and knowing how you can actually build more wealth with credit than just trying to save it. So this is a great platform for me to introduce myself and introduce what's going on with credit and FICO scores. I have people ask me that all the time. So I'm just going to hop right in it. And let's see. Share my screen here. And first and foremost, why is your credit score different everywhere? That is a question so many people have asked me. My brother just the other day, he wanted to know why is it that credit-wise and TransUnion, he's seven something, but in another one, Experian, he's only 680. So he was a bit frustrated with that. So thought this was a great opportunity to go over that and understanding what the Bureau uses these for. Based on your FICO score. They use the FICO score to determine these. Okay, understanding the FICO score versions, FICO 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8 credit bureaus for mortgage, auto, and credit card uses. I would say the one of the basis of wealth is being able to get a house above anything else. So you really want to pay attention to what does the bureaus use to determine how do you get this house, what the scores mean, and that's what this is for. So, FICO released multiple models over time. Lenders do not use the same version. That is why there's a difference in the scores. Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion may contain different credit resource information. Uh, Base FICO scores generally range from 300 to 850. Industry-specific auto and bank card scores can range from 250 to 900. FICO score 8 is widely used general purpose model, but mortgages rely on older bureau specific versions. So what we have here, FICO score 2, like I said before, for mortgage, older auto loans. One important aspect of FICO score 2, they're looking at your payment history, which is something I just learned. Sometimes people think just based on their score, but they're looking at different aspects to determine your risk ratio, what I want to say. FICO score 3, Experian uses this for credit for your credit card decisions. So as you can see here, FICO score 4, TransUnion. So TransUnion doesn't use 3, it uses 4, and that's for mortgage, auto bank, and variants. FICO score 5 is Equifax. Equifax uses that for mortgage and bank cards. And 8, all three bureaus, Wiley, generally lending, auto bank card versions also exist. So I want to say this is something I just learned. Depending on what bank you use, they might use maybe one bureau or maybe all three. So for instance, I had credit freezes on most of my accounts. So in order for me to qualify for a credit card with Capital One, they use TransUnion. So I had to unlock my TransUnion account. So that's something to keep in mind. Like I said before, Experian FICO score 2, TransUnion's FICO score 4, and Equifax FICO score 5. Easy memory aid is 2, 4, and 5. Experian 2, TransUnion 4, and Equifax 5. Okay. FICO score 8, a major general purpose score model available across all three bureaus. FICO score 8 can be calculated from Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion credit report data. Because underlying bureaus can differ, a consumer can have 3 different FICO score results. FICO Auto Score 8 is tailored to auto lending. FICO Score 8 is tailored to credit card lending as well. And FICO Score a lender can choose what FICO version for underwriting information it will use. Okay. Which score should a consumer watch? Buying and financing a home, FICO score 2, 4, and 5 for TransUnion and Equifax and Experian. Auto loans 2, 4, 5, 8, and 9 can be used. Applying for a credit card, FICO scores 8 and older bureau specific versions may be used. So 8 is important. Personal student and retail credit, FICO score 8 is important general purpose score to monitor. Okay. Do not assume the credit score shown by one service is the exact score a lender will use. For mortgages, remember the bureau-specific trio 2, 4, 5. FICO score 8 is available for all three bureaus and is widely used for general lending. Auto and credit card lenders may be specific FICO, auto, or FICO score cards. Consumers should review all three credit bureaus because the data, not just the scoring formula, can differ. Now, what's important is for you to see where you're at. What you can do is scan my QR code. It will direct you to the Nove site, and you can see where you're at. You can fill out a quick 3-minute form, and you can find out where you're at as far as financial needs, where you can where you might need help with, and to get you to the goal that you're looking for. And with that being said, Chantella here, or Mr. Shabazz is here to go over the resources that you can use to help with your credit, to get you to the score that you need and are looking for.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dr. Nadeep, for that amazing presentation on just breaking down what all comes with understanding what the different FICO platforms look like. You know, sometimes we pull our credit report. If you have a Capital One credit card, you know, typically you're looking at FICO 8, right? And you might see that you have a 720 score. But then when you go and apply for a home loan, and we run into this all the time, that lender is not pulling from FICO 8, they're pulling from FICO 2, and your scores might be at a 690. And you're saying, what happened here? You know, that question is formulating in your mind. So to understand that piece where now you see that the different scores mean something different depending on where your lender is actually pulling information from, because at the FICO 2 level, that long length of history for payments might not be weighted as much. That makes up the total score when you're looking at it from the lender's point of view. So great information. We definitely appreciate you going over that. And then if someone is in need of more information on how to now get their credit to a level where they're lending ready, then we have resources that can help them, especially if there's negative items showing up on credit. So I'm just going to share my screen here so that we can go over a couple of the different tools and resources that we can help you all tap into, just in case there is credit help that you need to address. So share here.
I got a quick question.
Yes.
I want to put it in the chat. What's the Nove website?
Absolutely. So Dr. Nadeep is going to drop that information in the chat for you all as well. So his direct website link, and then he'll also drop the link directly to that financial needs analysis that everyone can fill out. This is going to give you a clearer picture because, you know, the best thing you can do for yourself is to not continue to hide from the truth. We need to be able to provide the solutions so we can see what direction we can help guide you in, right? So filling out the financial needs analysis is going to help you, whether on the personal side, understanding more what solutions you need to tap into, or if you're a business owner, we actually have some resources there for you as well, whether it's building credit or helping you get access to some funding or asset protection. He'll be able to provide that information for you. So this is Nove. This is one of the platforms that we utilize to help us tap into different systems here. So the company itself has been in business since 2014, and the main focus is to be able to provide access to different things like credit building, also starting a business. What steps do we need to take? How do we structure that? And then, of course, we want to get you access to some money solutions, right? Because how do we grow the business? How do we get the equipment? How do we even market if we don't have the resources to be able to do that? So our CEO, Rico McCambry, he's actually the founder, has been in business for over 20 years as an entrepreneur, and also has run 4 other multi-million dollar businesses. And really, when he thought of Nove, this is what he had in mind. He wanted to make sure that we had access across the board. So even those in underserved communities that didn't know where to go to get access to this information, he wanted to create this platform that now we have all these tools and solutions in one space. Now, so as far as the resources go for Nove, we are A+ rated on the Better Business Bureau, so you can definitely look us up there. We're also members of the Georgia Chamber of Commerce because our headquarters is based in Conyers, Georgia, and we are part of the Inc. 5000, where we're one of the fastest growing companies across the nation year over year since 2021. You can also check us out in Forbes, Yahoo Finance, and Black Enterprise as well. So just jumping back into some of the resources that we talked about as far as some of the credit help tools. So if there are negative things showing up on your credit report and you're not quite sure where to start, well, the first thing is we need to take a look at it, right? And if you see anything that's showing up as far as late payments, collections, repos, judgments, all the way over to inquiries, foreclosures, bankruptcies, anything negative or erroneous showing up on your credit report, we're going to help you address those things. Now, we have a DIY system, but I don't even look at it as a do it yourself because it's powered by AI. And if anyone's been using ChatGPT or Gemini, you see how quickly it works and how much of a resource that it is and that it provides for you to help you understand how things work. So we're utilizing the AI software to help pull your credit and also address these negative things. The AI is even going to come up with the reasons why these negative items should be removed from your credit. So if there's errors reporting, if it's old, outdated information, just different things that are showing up there that we can help address. And it's going to do that step for you. So it's actually also buying you back your time as well. So we help you with this piece. It gives you hands-on access. You actually have your own dashboard, and really you can draft up your dispute letters in less than a minute. And then the AI is going to come back in and it's going to help you with rebuilding your credit profile because it's good to get things removed as far as negative items, but the lenders want to see how responsible you are with different types of credit. And if there's nothing showing up on your credit report, that doesn't really paint a picture for them. So we also need to help you with credit building as well. So it's also going to come in with different suggestions on which now trade lines you can add to your credit that's going to help boost your scores in the most efficient way possible. And then the other piece of that is too, if you do have additional debt that's shown up on your credit, high credit card balances, it comes with a money management tool that includes budgeting information that's going to tell you when to pay down certain credit cards, how many extra payments that you can make that's going to help you also see their scores boosted a lot quicker. So it comes with a lot of different resources and tools that's going to help you along the way to better your profile that's going to get you the funding that you need to be able to now invest and secure the different investment properties, buy the home, be able to pass these assets down to your children's children. And now we also do have a done for you system as well through our partner Credit Likes, where if you just don't have the time to be a little bit more hands-on and want the education piece behind it because life gets busy, we have licensed attorneys and credit specialists that's going to do this work for you. So they're going to pull your credit. They're also going to dispute the items that's shown up there, and they do like a targeted system. So if your goal is to buy a home, they're going to look at things that's shown up on your credit that's affecting you negatively and target those things and then come back in with builders that's going to help replace those negative things that they got removed from your credit. Now, once they do that, now we can look at connecting you with different lenders that's going to help you get to the home buying goal. So if you had a repo on your credit report, they're saying that's the number one thing that's a red flag to most lenders. It's going to get you disqualified. So that's what they're going to target. They're going to target that repo and then come back in and help you with some better installment accounts that can show that you're now credit responsible. And even with that program, what we do here at Nove is a lot of a free education. We're helping you understand what it really means to have a better credit profile to be able to move on to different things. Through the Credit Likes program, if you don't see any deletions or results within 90 days, we also have a money back guarantee. So there's no risk there. So any monthly fees that you've paid into that program, you get refunded if you don't get any results. With the MyNove disputes, this is a month to month. There's no contracts involved in either program. So whenever you get the results you need, you can stop any program. There's no early termination penalties or fees or anything like that. So very low cost to get started. And then essentially we're also going to help you with a savings plan as well. So not only we're going to help you fix your credit, we're going to teach you budgeting, and we're going to actually help you set up with a high yield savings account that can help you get you more money on your money. And I can just pull that up for you as well, because we do partner with a company called SoFi, where they're offering a 3.8% APY on the amount of money that you're saving with them. And yes, this is a FDIC insured account that we're going to help you with building a better savings plan. So now we can help you set up the savings plan for the house, the savings plan to start working towards building the business, savings plan that's going to help essentially be able to grow your income, right? Get you into better money saving habits.
I have a quick question on that. Could you, if you can, go back to that screen with SoFi?
With the SoFi, absolutely.
Um, so aside with the personal, if the student or veteran has a business and
Mhm.
they can open up the business account with Nove or with SoFi,
So are you asking if they're looking for a business checking account
the
for their
checking
LLC or
our savings so that they can at least take advantage of that 3.80% with SoFi. Is that possible with a business in a personal account?
unfortunately, right now, SoFi is just offering personal accounts. They don't have a business account quite yet. So on the personal side, yes, they can leverage this account to get the higher savings plan option for themselves. On the business side, we can make other recommendations, especially based on, the state or area that they're located in, and kind of help guide them in the right direction on that end. So, like I'm from Illinois, and if my business is doing more of a national presence, sometimes we will recommend like a PNC Bank or like a Chase because they have great starter accounts for newer businesses where they may not charge upfront maintenance fees or minimal balance requirements. Huntington Bank is also a really great option because they do tailor to veterans and minority business owners where they have different funding programs they can kind of get started with sooner rather than later through that bank. So just depending on what area that they're located in, we can help make recommendations on that as well too. And there's some great online banks that have business accounts like Bluevine and a few others.
Okay.
That's a great
So,
question. Thank you for asking that, Mr. Watson.
and also, so when they want to set up the personal account, they go through Nove and then it's connected to the SoFi.
Yes. So if they want to set up a personal account through SoFi, we do have a resource because this is one of we partner with a lot of different companies to be able to have all these different resources in one place. So Nove
Okay.
has some things that we do in-house as a company, and then we partner with other companies to still be able to provide additional resources. So like this SoFi account is still free for our clients. So this is not anything that they're going to get charged for setting up through us. It's still a free resource where they can still tap into some higher interest rates. And then what you'll also see here through Nove and what we do a lot of the times because we have these different partnerships with some of these different businesses, they actually offer our clients better rates, lower interest rates, better terms because of how we're trying to educate and be able to help people with all these different solutions.
Okay. Well, to be honest, I may want to take advantage of that SoFi today. Set up a
As you
SoFi.
should, absolutely. Yeah, it's a free account. So just for everyone who's checking this out, so this is a free high yield savings account. So if you ever had a Bank of America or a Chase account or anything like that, take a look at the interest rates that you're earning on those accounts. In most cases, especially for the bigger banks, you're only getting 0.01% interest being earned, which is not even giving you pennies on the dollar when it comes to how much money you're making. But when you think about what they're doing is they're leveraging the funds that you're storing in their accounts and they're leveraging that to invest in the stock market where they make millions. They're leveraging your accounts to also be able to lend out money to other individuals and businesses, which they're charging higher interest rates on, right? But they're not even paying you pennies on the dollar. So now we need to look at other resources that can also pay us more money on the money that we're leveraging with these businesses. So that's why we like SoFi so much because it's a free account, right? They offer a checking and savings feature. You do receive a debit card. So if you need access to your fund, you can go to any of the ATMs across the nation, be able to still access the funds and still transfer money. They have Zelle, everything set up for you. And it's FDIC insured. So if you are using Cash App, I'm gonna lower my glasses, or if you're using Chime still, please stop. Don't use that for your main banking source because those are not covered by the FDIC. If those businesses go out of business, your money could be lost. You might be in court for years trying to get your deposits back. When you are FDIC covered, the government steps in and they're covering your deposits. So even if this bank goes out of business, you're getting your deposits back. And for this account, it's up to $150,000.
Okay. And this is this interest rate is compounded yearly or it's not monthly?
It is an annual percentage rate, so it is over the course of a year, but literally have it set up where you can see the compounded interest that you can potentially be occurring each day. So when you open up your account, you'll see the checking and savings feature. You'll see what's been compounding daily for you and how that's going to end up at the end of the year if you keep going with the rate that you're going. And they also have different vault account features set up within the SoFi account. So if you have saving goals, for different things that you want to do. Say you want to buy the house or even take a vacation and you got a $500 goal that you want to save for the vacation, then it can track on how much you're inputting into that different vault account that's helping you get to your goal. And you're still earning the 3.8% interest. So it's not giving you a lower interest rate.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna hook you up, Mr. Watson. We're gonna get you a high yield savings account. And then on top of it as well, they also do up to 1% interest earned on checking accounts. So I don't know any other banks, not too many out there that's also going to pay you interest on money that you keep in the checking component as well on these accounts. So you get interest on your checking and interest on the savings portion that you can earn.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So Sherman's gonna get over the link to everybody so that you can also set up this account for yourselves. We just ask that, if you are going to tap in, this helps Sherman to be able to track who's interested in certain things. So then we can also help Nadeep follow up with everyone to be able to help with the different solutions. So Sherman and Nadeep, thank you again for just being able to for us to be able to provide this information to everyone. So everyone should get you a high yield savings account. I'm a big advocate for it. It's free. They're not charging you anything for it. And just to kind of jump back into it as well, if you're still curious about what direction you should be going in, I just want a better understanding of what resources are out there, then we do have that free financial needs analysis that Dr. Nadeep spoke on earlier that will do a deep dive for you. It's really quick, 3 minutes, doesn't take long. It's just going to ask you a couple of questions so we can see if you need credit help. Is a high yield savings account a good option for you? Do you have a will and trust set up for you and your family? We also have connections with insurance assistance as well to help you get set up with life insurance because life insurance is not just for something that covers you once you pass away. It's actually, if you use it the right way, you can use it while you're living. So these are just different tools and resources that we can help you understand. Well, what's the first step? So if you take this financial needs analysis, this give us a better understanding of what resources we can help you with as far as the information. And if you do this, just like how Dr. Nadeep was able to share with you about the FICO scores and the different information on that end, we're going to send you a 5-day free credit mastery class where it's going to do a deeper dive on what lenders are looking for, right? When you're applying for different types of funding, understanding what it really is that credit is made up of on the personal side, on the business side. So this is free. We look at this as a $600 valuation that we're offering to our clients because our main thing, again, is we want to make sure that our communities have the information so they can make intentional decisions on next steps for themselves.
Well
Outstanding.
said, well covered. Thank you.
Yes, very well covered.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you again for everyone's time. Thank you for, checking out the recording as well.
Yeah, soon as we end today, I'll make sure I get this out to all our students and even faculty so they can see this outstanding resources and financial pathways with Novate. I like it. It's outstanding.
Oh yeah. I'll just cover one more thing too, because sometimes people ask, well, which credit score is the most important,
Oh
right?
yeah, they say that a lot. Yes, yes.
Which one is the most important? Well, it's going to really come back down to, well, what is it you're trying to do? Are you trying to get a house? Are you trying to buy a car? Right? If you guys go back and check out what Dr. Nadeep said on this video, he's letting you know if you're going to buy a car, you want to check out what's going on with your FICO auto scores. If you're going to buy a house, then you might want to check out FICO 2 and 5, through Experian. You can check with the lender to see where they pull from before you ask them to do a pull on your credit for you, right? You can ask them. They have to disclose that information. So if you check out, what systems they're looking at, and you can do a preemptive strike, right? And you can go figure out, okay, well, where am I at? And then a lot of lenders, and before you have them pull your credit, ask them if they will do a soft pull on credit. That way it doesn't hurt your scores to see where you're at and what you can get qualified for. Okay, so you can get a soft pull through a lot of different lending companies and it won't hurt you. It's when you go into a hard pull that might start to drop your scores depending on how many times they're pulling your credit.
Hmm.
All right, perfect, perfect. Well, I just want to say thank you again, guys. I'm sorry, I get to talking, so I know we got to come back again.
Yes, most certainly.
We got to come back again, but thank you again, Mr. Watson, and thank you, Dr. Nadeep, for us being able to come here and just talk about the different resources that we can help people with. I love to be able to come back on with Dr. Nadeep next month and we can provide more information. I said we're going to have to do a survey to see if we want more credit information or if we want to start jumping into talking about business building and LLC. So maybe we can do a survey next time.
Yeah,
That sounds like a solid idea.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
If I can just get them students to do a survey, that'd be incredible. Funny note is the first workshop here at National University, I sent a survey, and only one person did the survey in 5 months, and it ends in August. And I said it all the way to August, but in the complete survey, only one person did the survey. Well, I'm still recording. I'm in recording. And then we come, thank you all. I'm gonna put this out to faculty and students of this recording, and um, let's come back again next month. And I'm gonna end
Love
recording.
it.